send you the link. One dream at a time.
I am African, I'm a mother, and I'm raising a new breed of leaders for the African future.
Okay, I hope I remember. Where's that?
I am African, I'm a mother, and I'm raising a new breed of leaders for the African future. Hello, African Mama, wherever it is you're joining us from and at whatever time of the day. You're welcome again to the ARL show, where ARL means
AfriMums raising African leaders.
I am Zoe Octavia Obaze, but I'm never here alone. There is always the study and steady.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is the RL show. Actually, the ARAL show, where we, talk about everything that concerns the AfriMom and, of course, the future African leaders who are our children. So welcome to today's edition of the RL show. My name is Chiso Bukachuku, but right here on the RL show, you can call me Somi. Welcome once again. And don't forget, we're live right now on the Digit 1024 radio. The show is sponsored by Digit 1024 Solutions. And you will do well to follow us on all social media platforms at Digit 1024. And of course, the RL show has its own social media pages. So you can do well to check us across all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, at the RL show. Welcome once again. It is going to be a very exciting edition. And yeah, it seems like we took a very long break. Don't worry, sometimes, AfriMoms get overwhelmed, but we're here for you and we're here today. So stay back and relax.
Thank you so much, Somi. So like they say, bigger and better. Yeah. And Somi tried to tell us, in summary, in case you're joining us for the very first time, we say that we are women in our homes, running all of the responsibilities and duties of being mothers. But when we come here, it's a community. We hold our hands one by one together, collectively, to remind ourselves that we have a goal, which is to raise our children to be the kind of leaders that we hoped that we had, or that Africa hopes that it has today. But we are saying that for the future, our children can be those kinds of leaders. So Somi has already introduced the thought to say that we discuss apparently or absolutely everything that concerns us, our husbands, our children, particularly our children, and how it, relates with us. That's why today's conversation is back to school.
So I know some. No, because the back to school brouhaha, especially on social media, has been something else. Like it has been mixed feelings. Some parents have been happy about it. Like after almost 2 months of being bondage to the children.
I forgive all of us. I forgive
So
us.
it felt like such a relief to finally release them back to the teachers. And for some parents, especially for the first timers, mom, who their children are just going to school for the first time, it was quite emotional. There were just so many. I read a lot on social media and I was just laughing. It's been a lot. So we want to know, dear AfriMom watching us right now, what was your back to school experience like? First of all, have your children resumed to school? Or because I know some people said for them, their children are resuming next week. In fact, some said they resumed as far back as 2 weeks ago. So what has been the situation for you as an AfriMom watching us right now? Has the back to school experience been pleasant? Has it been so overwhelming? Has it been, for me, I was dreading the early morning wake up.
Oh my.
I just enjoyed that thought of sleeping till, like later and all. But
Sleeping Beauty.
but right now you have to wake up early, get lunch ready, make sure everybody, especially when you have toddlers. So Zoe, what was your experience?
Okay, so I had an experience of two worlds. So there is a young man who is excited because he's now a big boy. He's going to a senior class, so he has been telling everybody. In fact, he started telling us that he will soon go to the university. I'm like, what? I don't know where he heard the word university. So he told me that he will still go to the university. I'm like, okay, yes, we will. We'll go to the university.
If only he knew it's a very long
we'll
walk.
go one day. Exactly. So that's on one hand. Another one tells me that I should come with him to school. Because he wants me to carry him. You know what the holiday has done? So, the boy was so much. He says I should come with him to school, or he will stay at home with me. So we had an understanding. I said, you know what? He said, okay, I'm not going. I said, you know what? Just go from now till Friday. Once it's Friday, you will not go again.
Right.
Do you understand? You will not go. You stay with me Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I said, is that okay? He said, yes. So we have a compromise.
You see?
It's just till Friday.
You see, wisdom, liquid wisdom. Okay, so, but for today's program, social media has been a gorg. Like, there was a particular post where a lady, she's quite popular on social media, asked people, her followers, to share what was their back to school, like their first day back to school experience. That, I think she posted that on Monday or thereabout, that what's shege in quotes. So if you're not Nigerian, shege apparently means what problem or what challenge did you face in the course of preparing your children for school, or in the course of back to school runs and all those stuff. And of course the comment section was filled with AfriMums. There's something about mothers. It just seems that when one person just starts a conversation that pinches you, it's like the whole, the floodgates of heaven is opened and everybody's just pouring out. Oh, this was mine. And the good thing about such experiences is that you now get to see that there are other people who are facing the same thing as you. It gives you a sort of succor and comfort that, okay, so this is not peculiar to me alone. Someone else is going through it. Then there is nothing wrong with my children, because there are some things your children do and you're like, is this child okay? As in, is this peculiar to me? But when you get to hear other mothers share their experiences, which is part of what we do here at the ARA show, when you hear other mothers share their experience, it gives you a kind of comfort. It gives you a kind of succor that, okay, this is not peculiar to me alone. My child is absolutely normal.
Yes.
This is just part of the developmental stages and all that. So, but one particular comment has set social media on fire. And the lady was like, that she came that Monday morning and realized that the food, from the last food her child took to school, as in during vacation, that was in July, was still, the leftover was still in the flags as at that morning, which is this Monday morning. Almost 2 months after.
Oh no. Did the food
And
grow?
I didn't get to see the comments. It was the aftermath, the reactions that trailed the comment, because at some point it becomes so heated that the owner of the post had to pull down that particular comment to stall, because people were really attacking the mother. Oh, that's so irresponsible of you. You're an irresponsible mother. In fact, a lot of people followed her to her inbox. In fact, she said some were wishing her death. I'm like, really?
Ooh.
What called for that? Do you understand? And it was so intense. And then in her defense, she's saying, this is a 15-year-old girl. Am I supposed to be policing her like that? She should be able to take responsibility, to know that, okay, I came back from school, I should wash my flags and all those things. On the flip side, other people were saying, is it that you didn't perceive the odor or something? How exactly? It was kind of hard to wrap our head around, but the judgment was so harsh on this woman. There were more people against her than for. In fact, another fraction were like, they don't even have an issue with the fact that whatever happened. They were just appalled by the fact that she was bold enough to bring it to social media, to talk about it. That what kind of audacity is that? So, and me, I was just in between, because I didn't even know how to react. It was like, I was like, but it didn't call for the kind of judgment they were passing on that woman. Do you understand? This is a 15-year-old girl. At 15, I had my first job already. I was done with secondary school at 15. So I'm just imagining my mom being blamed for not washing. If I were to be in school then, being blamed for not washing my flags. Me, I just felt that is not, that's just, let me use the word juvenile behavior. Because of course a lot of us growing up safe, just to avoid washing plates, we've thrown plates under the bed or under, just to make sure that you don't get to watch it. So these are things. And I was just like, at some point I was like, please, can you people just cut this woman some slack?
You know.
So what do you think about the
What-
whole scenario?
What comes to mind is,
Mm-hmm.
how have you raised the 15-year-old?
Exactly.
So, for instance, are there maids in the house? Is she used to passing on these kinds of responsibilities to someone else? Or do we have an understanding that, oh, we do dishes, you do dishes? Perhaps, I do not know if she has a sibling, you do Mondays, he does Tuesdays. Or was it a case of forgetting that this lunch box is in the bag? Do you know how it is?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you know
True.
we are done, so the lunchbox is in the bag. So while yes, rising up to say, oh, that's irresponsible, you want to ask first of all, what's the background story?
Exactly.
What's the background story? How is it that you have raised her? What's the agreement? What's the understanding?
Because there was also some people who said that, isn't it possible? Because the truth is, she gave us a limited picture. We were not
Exactly.
there. So there are still some gray areas we don't have inkling
A
to.
good number
Do you
of gray
understand?
areas.
So we can't, that was why I felt the judgment was too harsh, because we don't have all the details. Because some other people were arguing for her that what if it was possible that this particular teenager has continually done that effectively, and she felt, oh, it's now a part of her routine, and there was no need to check. And on the part of the teenager to cut her some slack and make excuses for her. What if it was possible, just like you said, that probably because it was last day of school, she forgot to bring out the flags from the lunchbox and probably just hung the lunchbox thinking, oh, it's the last day. But then again, the flip side is you need to get ready for school. Do you understand? So at least from 1 week before time, you start preparing. Oh, school is starting on Monday. Have you watched this? Have you done this? Have you done this? So on the part of the girl, is it that she didn't at any point bring out the flags to check, is my flags in order, and all those stuff? Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's based on what upbringing has she had up to that point. Has she been taking responsibility before then? Has she been, what has been her track record? Do you understand? So there are just, like I said, there are just so many gray areas. And again, it also points to a lack of system or structure in the home. Because if there was a particular system or structure, if there was a particular system or structure, for example, then you're able to, I don't know, it's easier to follow the routine and the system and all those. So there were just so many gray areas. But the point is that I was just feeling for that mother, because I was trying to imagine what was going through her mind, reading all those hot takes. I mean, really hot takes. And I was wondering. But then again, for 2 months, the flax been, well, only God knows.
So, hello, Flask, wherever you are. I'm sorry that you had to go through what you went through for about 2 months. We love you. Thank you for serving. Welcome back to work. Okay, so now that's talking about much older children.
Yeah.
So I think let's turn on the lights on much younger.
Yeah.
So, for instance, when your little ones were going back to school, did you do all new things? What I mean is, yes, a number of them would need school bags, but did you do new school bags, new school shoes, new socks? And why do we think we should do that? Is it a matter of, so for instance, the shoe is not bad. Is it a mindset? Is it a culture? Is it something that's been handed down to us that once it's a new session, it's a new shoe, it's a new bag, even if nothing is wrong with it? I think that we should take that when we come back from our break.
Okay. So don't forget, the conversation is still ongoing and it's still sizzling hot, and we want to hear your opinion. So please do well to call in. The phone number is 080-9888-1024. We would like to hear from you. We would like to hear what your thoughts are. What was your back to school experience like? And all those stuff. So we'll be right back. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like, share to your friends. Let them come and join you. Enjoy what you enjoy on the AR show.
We'll be
See
right
you soon.
back.
We call back again. Don't worry, she'll call back. All right, welcome back. It's still the Arrow Show on Digit 1024 Radio. We have our first caller for the day. Oh, we lost her, and we're hoping she will call back. So, we're going to, like we said, you can still call in. The number to call is 080 9888 1024. I'll take that again, 080 9888 1024. So we've been having back to school conversation with Zoe here, and we've been having a wonderful time, just trying to share experiences. And we talked about the lady who has been on fire on social media. Okay, our caller is calling back.
Hello, you're welcome to the RL Show. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my name is Iyaba. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the ARAL Show. Yay!
You're our first caller on the show. Okay, so back to school. What has the experience been with you or for you and your children back to school?
First of all, thank God for the back to school. Thank God for bringing us back.
Yeah.
Back to school.
that deep breath.
First, my children.
Yes.
They are 1 week ahead ready. They are ready. They are happy.
Wow.
To go back to school.
Wow.
And my daughter.
Yes.
She would ask that, Mommy, are we not buying? I thought you said you buy us new
New lunch box. Okay.
I said, the one you have at home
It's not bad.
so good.
Exactly.
And do you know that my mom used to tell me, my own mother used to tell me that if you wear clothes last year, that does not mean that if you repeat it this year, that does not mean that it's clothes for children. So you have to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we manage. So from Monday, after dropping them in school,
Yeah.
come home and
Sleep. Come on, sleep. This is what you said is sleep.
that there's nobody to wake you.
As in, I can imagine. And the house is so quiet. They are back to school.
Somebody did something.
Nobody to say, Mommy, somebody did something to me.
And then coming back on Monday from school, I realized that they changed their teacher. Like,
Yes.
expecting this particular teacher to be in their new class.
Oh.
They changed their teacher, so the children were somehow moved to that.
Oh, we've lost you. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
And I was even happy. For the first time, I got to make my daughter's bed by myself.
Woo!
Yeah, man. Any way to save money.
Exactly. Congratulations. Way to go. Thank you so very much for calling in. Hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, thank you very much for calling in, Iyabo, and congratulations to you and your sleep. And to your little ones as well. Please extend our love to them.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so I said a lot of mothers were like, immediately I dropped them off on Monday, I went to sleep. like I can imagine 2 long months with them. But then those are moments we do not want to trade. I'm sure if you ask a lot of mothers or parents with empty nest now whose children have gone off to do something, I'm sure, in fact, my mother, I'm sure if she could rewind the hands of time to when we were still all small and running around in the house, with her, she will be so happy. But then, of course, that's development, that's life. Life is growth, life is progress. So we've all left her, she's left with an emptiness, and most times she's always craving, oh, when will you be back home? So yes, AfriMum, at any stage of parenting you have found yourself, please learn to enjoy it. Learn to enjoy that moment. It won't always be. Do you understand?
You
So, all right.
Listening to you, Somi, just a quick one. That image of a video I once came across comes to mind of a mother, her child running to her, and then she picks him up. After
Yeah.
a while, she doesn't have to stoop so low to reach him, and then after a while, she has to go all the way. In fact, after a while,
Whoa,
she
our
has to look at
callers
him.
today are on
Another
fire.
caller.
We have
Woo!
another call.
You're welcome. Hello, can you hear us? Are you there? Yeah, you're welcome to the Arrow Show. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Hello? Oh, please
Oh,
call
she may
again.
have to call back.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I particularly like what she said because for me that's my own stand. If it's not broken, why fix it? Why should I go and buy a new bag?
It's a new
Why
term.
should I?
It's a new session.
Well, I don't operate that way.
But you're very
My
correct.
children's current bag, they've used it for 2 sessions. Why? Because there was no need to change it. Why do I have to keep burning money, changing
agree.
something? And okay.
Okay. Hello?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, you're welcome to the Arrow Show. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Am I on to our show?
Yes, you are. Welcome.
Yes, I've been trying to reach.
Oh.
I've been trying to call, but it's not been going through.
Oh, thank you so much for calling us. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, so this is Mrs. Babalola. I'm calling from Satellite Town.
Oh,
Whoa,
welcome,
wow,
Mrs.
you're
Babalola.
welcome.
Nice to have you on the show.
Yeah, so happy to be speaking with the two pretty.
Yeah. All right. So, of course, today we're just having back to school gist. What has your personal experience been like? And we would also like to hear your opinion on the story we shared earlier.
Check your time. It's already won.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is that it's already won. I have to now go and pick the children. When they were on holiday, the time is slow.
Right.
It's almost won. Why?
Why? I can almost feel your pain from here, mommy.
Oh, my. Time runs. We have to find out. If
When we get home at night, when we get home and then we sleep, before you know it's morning.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
When they now get to school, it's just like in a blink of an eye.
Right.
Twinkle of an eye.
Exactly.
It's gone
Exactly. We can relate.
So, what are the ages of your children?
Well, I have a daughter who is 7, and I have a son who is 5.
Wow.
Wow.
So, okay, so we want to know, do they have any specific... Can you hear me?
I didn't get that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so do they have any specific responsibilities they take care of when, as regards to their school runs?
Specific?
Responsibilities. Probably they are the ones that probably maybe fill their water bottles or wash their flags, or do you have little chores that they do at this stage? As in, because there might be parents of such age.
Oh, she didn't quite hear.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I said, are there some little responsibilities at their age that they do to help school runs? Possibly maybe bring out their singlets or bring out their clothes, make sure their water bottle is filled, something like that. Oh,
we
network.
lost her.
The network is very bad. So, yeah, so why I'm asking
Thank
that
you so much, Mrs.
question,
Babalola, for
yeah,
calling
we'll be
in.
expecting you to call back if you can. But why I'm asking that question is, you know, there might be some parents out there who feel so overwhelmed. For me, a 7-year-old should be able to, you know, bring out probably their singlets, make sure their uniforms are brought out.
Okay.
My 7-year-old can actually fill his water bottle, and when they come back from school, it's his duty to make sure that he brings out all their food flasks and everything from their lunch box and take it to the kitchen. So all these little chores relieve you of a lot of stress. So that's why I was asking Mrs. Babalola to know if there are some tips and tricks from her own family, because as much as all these things happen, we understand that every family is dynamic.
Yes.
Oh, I think she's calling back.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Woo, we have a man on the air show.
Good afternoon. You're most welcome.
Our show.
Yes,
please.
you are. can hear us, please call back. We really need to hear what you have to say.
Really raise the power.
Really,
10.
really need to hear what you have to say.
Yes,
because
please.
this is, oh, wow. I actually love that.
Yes.
Oh, he's calling
Calling
back.
back. Okay. Hello, AfriDad. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I said this is an Africa, not an AfriMum.
Yes, we can
please.
tell
Yes,
already, and we're
please.
excited.
Please tell us how has back to school experience been for you?
Oh, well, there's so much to talk about, but I just wanted you guys to feel the voice of an African.
Yes, and we're so excited.
So much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so we want to know, so as an Afri dad, do you help their Afri mom in making sure that the children get ready for school? Or how do you help out your spouse in making sure that the children are ready for school?
Yes.
My wife actually does a whole lot, but I assist in a few ways.
Okay.
For example, it was so beautiful on Monday.
Yeah.
You begin teaching the children and all of that, and prepare them for school. She does the cooking, prepares their breakfast and their lunch box and lunch pack, and dresses them up. Then afterwards, I now take them to school.
Whoa, well done, Daddy. Yes, it's a partnership. Thank you so much.
So much, AfriDad.
Thank you.
Thank you
For calling.
You're most welcome. I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
To the device so that you can be louder. Screening.
Oh, okay. Can you
All
hear
right,
us now?
sir. Oh, the network. I guess network also has a place.
Wow.
So we're so sorry if our voice haven't been so audible on the call. The network is kinda very not stable today. But thank you so much to everyone that has called.
Thank
and of
you.
course our dear Afri dad. And you see Afri dads.
wow.
Okay.
This is someone else. Hello.
Oh,
my.
we lost that caller again.
Okay.
Okay, so you see the last Afri dad that called.
Yes.
The last Afri dad that called said that he understands that it's a partnership with him and his wife. So they kind of find a way around getting the children ready for school. In his
Yes.
own case, he drops the children and baits them. Someone else is calling. Wow, that's interesting.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, no, not today. We've lost how many calls. We're so sorry, but you can also use the comment section.
Yes.
You can also use the comment section. Please drop your comments. We are going to be reading it. I am with the phone now, so we'll respond almost immediately. So please use the comment section. Tell us what your back to school experience has been. And as I was saying, our dear Afri dad that called said that he understands that it's a partnership between him and his spouse. So he helps in his own little way to make sure that the children are ready for school. I think he mentioned baiting the children and also actually doing the school runs. Yeah.
Please. Hello.
Hello.
No.
Oh, what is this?
Oh my.
Okay, so we are soon going to be wrapping up the show today.
Okay.
And we just want to tell you, parents, the children are back to school. Make use of that time frame between when they get back, go to school, and the moment they get back, to plan your day very well. Get enough rest as you can, so that when they come back, you're refreshed to welcome them back home. You're not tensed, you're not harsh on them, you're not, uptight, that they come back to a conducive environment where they are free to talk about their day to you and tell you what is really going on in their lives. And dear Afri dads, if you're watching, please, this is not a job for AfriMums alone. No, as much as is AfriMums network, we understand that our daddies play a very vital role in ensuring that our children become the leaders that we want them to be.
Yes. Thank you so much, Somi. Something else I want to chip in is that when our children return from school, we have some more hours before it's sleep time, and then the next day. One of our callers says, on a lighter note, that it appears that once school resumes, time runs.
Exactly.
However, with deliberateness and intentionality, we can as well ensure that when our children return from school and pending when they go back to school the next morning, we also make imprints on their we also make imprints and make impressions on them. Remember that the teachers are here to support our work, but they are not the authority in the lives of our children.
True.
So when they return, ensure, make efforts. I know it's tough. It's a tough one. We keep reminding ourselves that it's tough, but we want to do this to ensure that our children have values, principles, certain knowledge that they can say, I got this from my mom.
Yeah.
And if we wait for time, school time, when it passes, they have become teenagers. It becomes difficult to reach them. So try to think of something, a way, a strategy to say, when they get back, I'm going to teach them this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to ask them this. I'm going to, pass on something. We can, if we're deliberate, we can achieve it, so that every day doesn't just slip by and we're just, getting them to school. After a while, you hear children say, oh, I will report to my teacher. I usually don't like that, because I am authority. The teacher is assisting me.
Yeah.
The teacher is playing a role. It's a secondary role. I am first. My husband and I are first. We are the ones who have been given the responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes. And so the teachers are there to support. So please do not lose that place. Do not lose it to, go to school, go to school, go to school, and just be happy. Sleep. The next morning, go back to school. No. Let's get time. Let's take back time. Let's seize opportunities. That's just something I want to add.
Okay, so it's been an exciting conversation. So, dear mamas, we just want to tell you, take it easy on yourself. You're doing well enough. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely. But please do not beat up yourself. Learn as much as you can from others. Learn as much as you can from books. Learn as much as you can from seminars. And try to implement the much you can within your family dynamics. Remember, no two families are the same. Principles remain the same. And the principle is the fact that you are authority over your child, just like Zoe has said. How you now exert that authority to make sure that you form a child, that you train a child that would be the leader that he or she is supposed to be, is dependent on your family dynamics. So that's the conversation as an AfriMum that you should have with your husband, and develop a roadmap for your family. Stick to your roadmap according to God's leading, of course, because just like in marriage, God is the threefold cord that binds marriage together. Same thing in parenting. You can't parent alone. You need that divine wisdom, because there are cases where you're so overwhelmed, you don't even know how, and I think this is more peculiar when they get to that teenagehood or something, because I've heard stories. I don't have teenagers yet, but I've related with them. I come across a lot of them, and I've also heard mothers to teenagers. So before that stage, recently I was listening to Priscilla Shear. I hope I got her spelling correctly. Please pardon me. The lady that acted War Room, the wife and all that. So she said something. She also has 3 boys like me. So she said something. She said she started praying for her son's wife right from when they were born or something. And that right now she's praying that she's able to recognize them when they come. And that she started praying for them, that if they've been born, that for me, that was another level of intentionality, because you're still struggling to pray for your children. Someone else has taken it a notch further to start praying for her daughter-in-law and all those things. And one of the prayers she says she prays is that God will be able to give her the grace to, when she shows forth, to take the back seat and not try to compete for her son's life. That for me, that was a very and she said, just like her mother-in-law did for her. Her mother-in-law wasn't in her space all the time and all that. So, and she also gave her, in short, it was just a lot. Maybe if you can see the video online, you might be able to watch it and pick 1 or 2. But for me, that was another level of intentionality. I learned that one. I've read before. I think it was in Power of a Praying Mother or something that I've heard something like that. But seeing it practically, seeing someone living it practically, took it to another level for me. I began to see that there are so many things you can learn from people. From watching clips just like I did, from having conversations, from joining communities like the AfriMum communities. You get to share and bond with other mothers. You're able to pick, oh, this, I can implement it in my own home, maybe tweak it a little or something. The truth is, parenting cannot be done in isolation. That's the summary of all I'm saying. It can't be done in isolation. There is no one person on earth who has the blueprint for parenting and tells you that I'm the perfect mother. There is no such thing as a perfect parent anywhere. But we're all striving to make sure that we do not fail these children that God has entrusted into our care.
Okay, so finally, before we sign out, wherever it is you're joining us from all the 54 countries in Africa, I want you to please go to the comment section. We had said that there was a post on social media asking what was the experience or of back to school, and some people titled it Shege. Interestingly, somebody on our platform just now just said, oh, what is Shege? And then appreciated the fact that we interpreted Shege, the Nigerian Shege, and what it means. So I want you to please go on and comment in one word, in your language. Please tell us the back to school experience in one word. How would you capture it in your language?
And
of
please
course,
do well to interpret.
thank you. Thank you so much.
I would love to learn your language, so
Yes,
do well
please.
to interpret.
Get ready for jaw movements.
All right. So
right.
thank you so much. It's been a very, very, very interesting conversation on the ARA show.
Yeah.
And of course, if you've not subscribed, I don't know why. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bells so that when we drop content like this, you are notified. Notified rather. Don't forget to like and share to your friends and family. Only you can be enjoying all these goodies now, right? Yeah. And also on Digit 1024 Radio, a shout out to our sponsors, Digit 1024 Solutions, for all your multimedia needs, both audio and visual. Digit 1024 Solution is your go-to, and they are located in the heart of Festac Town at 5th Avenue, F Close, House 6. Or you can call them, their customer care line on 080 957 33330. I'll take that again, 080-957-33330. Meanwhile, this is still Digit 1024 Radio, your refreshing radio, and do well to follow them across all social media platforms at Digit 1024. Till we'll come your way again. I'm still Somi Chisomukachuku, and this is
Zoe Octavia Obazere.
all right. So till we'll come your way again, tell the world Africa is coming. Bye.
Oh my.